back up. If though. A big if, a lot of ifs, but the only sure thing is both of these teams are not functioning on a certain timer. They can all both go to the latest game, so we could be expecting a longer game, but we'll see how things go in the early. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game between Dewa United and RRQ. Can RRQ find their redemption once again after their loss of the classical derby against evos? Here, right now, up against Dewa.
You don't want to start your series, you don't want to start your season 0-2, but Dewa, they find themselves in a similar position.
Sure, man. There's a lot of things here that, more than just the current situation, there's the future issues that you can consider for both teams. For Dewa, looking at the emblems here, a lot of focus on mobility right here, tenacity, only for Ikitoshi. This is Dewa would actually be a big problem though, but the Master is asking for Kid as well, trying to get some lane prowess against Joshua's Esmeralda. Typically my favorite of this week, Esmeralda and Koa. It might just be a hint thing, right? He wants to really bring the fight towards the opposition. By all means, you do lose out, quote unquote, but not heavily, especially not after getting a couple of levels in. And right now, at level 3, I think he's doing a pretty okay job.
I mean, he's actually been able to score everything. All day. Whoa! Really taking low! Almost a big lead. This is not just their pain. Might be punished for this, and you will be punished. He's just making sure that kill goes away over the demon kite. And it's RRQ again with first blood.
He nearly dodged it, but that final push in from Sai really just put the nail in the coffin. But even without Kane in the area, look at Demon Kite still also unable to take a grasp on the initial objectives. Look at Kin and how he's able to push everyone away.
This is a really good zone from Kin. Because look, on the other side of the map, they're going to go for the neutral objective. It looks like he's being pissed. Whoa! Thunder Scrap now. The neutral objective, the SOD doesn't matter, but he's going to come down from maybe on the side, just a bit more poke. So at the end of the day, it's 2 kills. Octa and Kane both dying for the neutral objective.
A lot of battle spells used right there to really try and get a bit of a trade in. I think they ideally want a bit more, but looking at the gold, they're still doing pretty okay considering that the turtle did go to Dewa. Again, with the Eudora Harley, they want to find more plays like this, so eyes on sight, man. Goes for it.
Oh, Raptors grabbing the quicker to kill in the middle lane, and now it's going to be walks up. A big double for Octa. That neutralizes the lead that RRQ had in the early game.
Instantly, 800 gold lead, and now literally back to back and forth. 0, 7, 6, 4. A 2-for-1 trade, really well done as well by Dewa United. Is this something that we were expecting? Is this the result that we're expecting in the early game?
I thought there would be more danger coming from RRQ, but Dewa did a great job there, turning the initial pickoff into a longer fight, technically, so they're able to actually go for some more punish. Now that has happened once, I think RRQ are going to be a bit more hesitant going for any pickoff attempt if they don't know where the rest of the team is.
Joshua? Yeah, they can really burst this guy down if he's not careful, so Joshua instantly uses the Flying Star move, great awareness to spot out an ambush.
This is still very early on in the game as well. And they're already respecting it that much. Imagine when Octa starts to scale.
Oh yeah, that's a problem for sure.
And I think for Dewa, the damage can come in like slower. So RRQ has a lot more burst damage, but the moment they don't really get an instant pickoff and they allow Dewa to actually stay in the fight for a bit longer, that's where it can get really messy. In a way, funny enough, it's like the opposite matchup of the previous game, right? RRQ are the ones playing with burst right now, but Dewa is showing them how you deal with it.
Which is why last pick really, it came to the clutch, right? The last paper, you really naturally have to use the Purify because of the resources that you have in your kit. We'll see exactly how things go out. Level 6 already. Kin still trying his best to go for the zone. Will Demon Knight be able to secure this with a level lead over Kane?
RRQ has done a good job playing them. With the damage poking them as well. King can cop the feeling maybe the top of the match. King popping concentration. Saeed is right there. Oh! Big on the shot. Man, I'm not spot Saeed! Retribution still clean for Demon Knight. But Hajin is going to call one as King jumps in. And now, that's a shield bucket to a double on the Uranus. Even he's... Oh, wait. King? No way, he gets a triple on the Uranus. this. It might just be. Oh my God, the shield from Arthur. He gets on the turn, Kim gets thrown away. Joshua picks up the kill. A bit too greedy for Kim, but there's no shutdown. It is given over maybe. A way to take a structure maybe. Capitalizing on Kim's death.
3-for-1 trade, but is that the damage coming out from the Emerald, the Master Assassin? Is that the point of how he utilized it?
I think it's mainly taken for leaning power, not really in a massive time like that, but I think it did pay off a little bit.
Oh yeah.
1v1. Overall though, the fact that Joshua got bursted down so fast there, I think he really got caught off guard. That's the problem with Dewa's composition. They don't really operate with a requirement of a stun, like a big signal. At any point, all can just jump in and just delete you.
Yeah, that's why the counter, it was a good pick. It's not only, a safe, there's damage to it, it's great counter as well towards the Esmeralda, and you think that the front line would have a say in these particular team fights, and it really just doesn't.
Well, the Moscow is still there for the late game for RRQ, but I think they definitely predicted that they're going to be doing so much better here in the 6 to maybe 10-minute mark. Now that they are the ones actually ahead, they seem to be playing a bit safer. They're crawling around Arthur. 10 seconds to go for the neutral objective though. I think Dewa wants to try and make something happen.
It's still in the 6th minute of the game, so it looks like both gold laners haven't been activated just yet, but we do see the second item pop through in for maybe. Let's see if it pays an impact.
Side on the back. Retribution coming down now. Blazing with it as well as the Purify. Kane gets away with the back of the side, peeling him away, and that's the Blazing with it with Ken together. Maybe he gets poked down by the poker trick, but Saeed is surely going to fall down as Itoshi gets who walks up and taunts him. The trees on the board. Demon kind of running for the hills, and Kane is just waiting for a possible Moskov walk-up. Boom.
Another 1-for-3 trade in the grand scheme of things, and it feels like the same thing happens over and over in these particular team fights. RQ just can't catch a break, can't win a team fight in the first, 7 minutes of the game.
On the right side, they're shooting maybe at base, sort of, right? But by diving all the way towards him, but surely it's not worth it, and they can't sustain this kind of loss, trading 1-for-3 again and again could not be value for RQ.
Oh, Raptor Triumph from Kesu! Oscar with a follow-up. Kim just stoning the backline so Hajin can't retaliate. Oh my God!
It's a wombo combo. It's happening again. It's working out really, really well. Dewa united now, 3,700 gold lead. They have a structure as well in the mid side as well. They're pushing more for themselves. Like the damage that we were expecting from Hydrogen and Demon Kite, we're not really seeing it just yet.
And no one can kill Kim now. Yep. Except maybe Arthur if he gets 3 items. 4.
Exactly. They have to wait on the Moskov, because we talked about how the double burst Eudora Harley might be able to keep Kim at bay. But because he's doing so well right now, he rushed the waiting armor and the Oracle. And at this point, with RQ being quite behind, what the damage magically to try and deal with Kim?
That was legit his first item. And then it worked out really well because even in lane, he's up against the Esmeralda, so he's killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. There's really no amount of magic damage that can pierce through him at the stage in time, especially with the Oracle. But you're right, they're waiting for that power spike coming from Arthur. They need that 3rd item, and they need it fast.
This is going to break the moment right here. Oh my God, they're just going to break it down. Hajin shows himself before Saeed even conceals. Is it a free pick? Good Saeed move. I'm a fan of everybody blitz down in the back. I think that was just a complete miscommunication. I was thrown off by Hajin walking out of bush, screaming out their position. Rashi, what the heck?
I think I don't know, man. It's in the side, was still waiting for a chance, but Hajin might have
need a replay on that.
He might have said that, hey, there might be a call that we're letting go of the attempt. Either way, man, they went for the same Eudora Ruby pickup attempt, and it hasn't worked out before. Humankind trying to make some plays happen, but he's isolated right now. They want to collapse onto him.
I really wish we get to see the replay there because I think that was a big fumble. Without the conceal, like, that was a good step, but they were expecting it. Because they saw Hajin.
Roderick with the zone, just walking up like that, forcing RRQ to fall back immediately. Only one purifying in the hands of Arthur. Trying to hold on to the protection right there, and they will be able to keep the one in the mid lane. Lord's still coming through though.
At the very least, though, in the bottom lane, Arthur was just holding turret. So I don't know, was the call to go all in that team fight? Was it not? But they were functioning without a goal getter in that particular situation. Well, definitely, we're going to see the highlights after this game ends, but I think it's a valid question. I think what exactly happened in that team fight?
Well, what exactly happened, we can't really tell just from the replay, by all means. But we'll take a closer look for sure. But Divine Glaive on all the 5-1. Oh boy. At this point, are you concerned about the Lunas or the Galaric, right? There's so many things that they are throwing in the faces of our Q. Look at him!
Yeah, I just swear everybody. Not the fact when you push the chest queens to the burst on Saeed, and none of them will be taken down. Amazing brilliance by Octa gets away. They get the pick under a base turret on a roamer, and they don't get punished. Not even a battle spell. Well, the flicker was used by Kesu, but it was taken engage. No flickers back.
It's the Dawn of his Ice built by Kin as well. It's gonna allow him to tank up more when he is surrounded by the whole roster of RRQ. And he didn't have a complete item earlier, and he's able to actually tank up the damage under the base of RRQ. So it's looking tough. But again, RRQ, they have burst damage to work with, but can they get to the power spikes before they will force the end?
Speaking of burst damage, what do you think about Demon Knight's build right now?
It's the concentrate energy into Genius One into Brute Force.
Yes, we see the Brute Force build.
It's meant for like a longer like brawl, you know, a longer fight where you can actually serve as like a proxy DPS. So it's trying to get the best of both worlds, technically. Now with the Lords here, they are definitely going to push the issue.
So do you think it's value in this situation where RRQ is behind?
Oh, I think not so much because they keep trying to go for kicks anyways. Look at this.
Yeah, instant burst. Joshua 5 points on the maybe. Goes in on a better, locking him down. Let's get the burst down. Shut down. He gets picked up by Arthur. Come again. Wait, this is a massive fight. Hold on. He's supposed to catch him in the far. Arthur's still weak and high in the back line. Mortality comes on for his supposed to catch him. He loses it. His Kin continues the chase. Now it's Baby coming down. The ball lightning is already there. Hiding is get burst down. And that's the jump from Okta. Ball on to Otto. It's a ball. That's the back to shut down. A big trouble to send RRQ back into the able to survive, not taken down by Teamankind, and now he walks up to try to find the Moscow. But again, Dewa have already secured the Lord.
Arthur did work though in that team fight. Arthur tried his best. 3 members taken down. They shouldn't be able to maximally capitalize over the Lord here. Maybe and Kin are alone right now. Demon Kite?
Alright.
We'll be fine.
It's all on Arthur right now to carry this team.
Man, did you hear? As soon as Arthur found a moment, you could hear the kingdom just go wild in the building.
And the team is literally on his shoulders, man. With so much defensive item built towards the magical damage, he's the one that has a window here. But again, he can do it once, but how many times can he pull off a play like that without Dewa rising up to it? It's all on you, Arthur.
Literally the answer.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I understand there's so much magic damage, but would that be enough though? That's how the Moscow was able to tear through everybody. I thought by now, he would also have a chastised Pauldron. No chastised Pauldron at all. Sticking right now with the Steel Liquid? I think so. Alright, that's a big power spike that will slow down Arthur's effectiveness. Because again, a lot of the damage was on Kin, yes, but a lot of damage pierced through Kin towards his other teammates, and that is what made Dewa a bit hesitant to walk up towards Arthur.
Yeah, that piercing damage, man. You can't really play front to back against it. This is, I think, the first time that Arthur found an SOD. All the other times, the SOD has just been missing. That's why you see the instant impact from Arthur.
I think there was one fight where he actually landed it, but at that point the fight was already lost by the time the spear landed. So it's actually good restraint from him. And now with 40 seconds to go here, more time for RRQ to farm up. Only a 4k gold disadvantage. Now, the burst damage question pops up again with the line expansion completed for Demonhide as well. He's for Will technically with still the booster.
They're all gonna split up, man. They can't be grouping up together. If they get caught on unoffended from Saeed into that piercing damage again, it'll be the same story.
It's going to be very, very difficult for them to find an advantage in these particular team fights. And as things progress, we're entering the later stages of the game. 15 minutes in, Jazz Pie's built up. These Lord dances are going to be ever as important. And you can see that Dewa United were able to clear the bottom lane first, and they're going to be able to set up for this Lord faster as well, as we have information now, and they have information, and the Arthur is in the bottom lane.
They're not the bottom lane. Arthur's dealt with it. Rose Gold Meteor for Kane. They're trying to get that mid-primer. I think they shouldn't burst this down. Alright, there you go. 80 seconds to the minute. That bottom wave looks pretty good for Dewa. I think Arthur cleared the previous wave, but it was already poked by the new waves of Dewa. How to steal Itoshi Kesu. Moving up in slow. I believe Joshua saw him. Yes, she did. That wave though, the bottom lane is good. After the fight, over on two. They're gonna go for the first down outside. He's playing strong and lands it. Everybody on the play with his side. You know right now, it's Arthur. He's gonna piece them down. Maybe he's gonna be down already. Pyramid Misery, locking them out. Kesu, losing the mortality. Getting in the midst of it all still right now. He's his fight. It's just disengaged. It's human fight. That's the pick. It's 2 for 2. But it's the damage dealer, the marksman, Dewa, who's been traded out for only just a mid laner. Hajin.
King's coming back. King's ready, rotating back. King trying to zone Arthur away, but the problem, the challenge, the obstacle still remains there for Dewa United. If none of them are able to take down Arthur in these team fights, it's going to be very difficult to find the success that they were able to before Arthur got to the power spike.
Look at that wave bot. Look at that wave bot. That's good for RQ. They can play it slow.
It meant on their side of the map, and now Kim is trying to buy some more time. RQ trying to play it slow. They have the macro game.
They have the man advantage as well. Kesu is only not just spawn. He's still far away from the rest of the team. Kim. Consecration takes it early. Oh, wow. That's a big resource. Saeed now with the conceal. Kane's right there in the bush. He is able to go for it. Oh! He's taking that instantly. That's when he lands on the back line right now. But Arthur takes it. And that's human fight. Here's the retribution on the Lord. Lays him with an AoE damage. That was kidding. You're going to lock him all that means you're going to lock him down. Up top with a crown. It's Toshi Kesu pinned down. Arthur's hammering on the play. Baby, running away now. Kane's not making shots. Now Demon Cat is Kid is already going to hide it. Baby with Rose Gold Meteor. Now it's Arthur on Kid. He's going to be taken down. A massive shutdown to put Arthur on top. And the wave bot is good. It's all now on Maybe. And Kane will be spawning in 14 seconds.
Arthur is godlike, ladies and gentlemen. Things are going ever so wrong for Dewa United. Maybe he's the only one left standing. 3 members from the Kingdom Iron. It looks like this is it.
Oh! It gets the deadly magic into the fountain inside. Arthur with the siege. They're going to go straight for it now. The laser wave comes around and Demon Cat is playing through with an A2 still over Maybe. Take Kane. Still able to shoot it out in time. Down the mid wave. Kesu's blocking up. They'll be able to defend. And RRQ fails to end. Dewa is Kane and Maybe to prolong the game again.
But even in this situation, despite them being unable to end, you can see and say that RQ have found value. They pick up that tower in the bottom side of the map, unless, and unfortunately though, they do have to go back to yet another Lord fight. But what an intense showing from both teams.
They were slow to rush towards the bottom lane right there. There seems to be a bit of hesitation when the stakes are this high, when they're that close to a comeback. They went for the safer route. They got the turrets on the mid lane as well. And now they can play this nice and slow, waiting for the right chance for Hajin to once again go for a huge burst play.
Also, though, we have to raise some concerns that concealed by Saeed into the top tri-bush. Kane sees him and decides to poke him. Kane needs to be a lot safer around these neutral objectives. Now it's going to be Evolve War. Now it's the big one. Whoever gets this will probably win the game.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's the jitters that are, coming to the surface for Kane? Because this isn't the first time that we see him create I would honestly call it a mistake, right? A mistake like that.
It just could be the pressure of the situation, man. I mean, when you're up against a Eudora, we just saw earlier, Eudora, Harley, when you're up against heroes like this, you kind of have to kind of play some mind games that can beat out your skills so easily. I think he really had other things on his mind to worry about. But now with 15 seconds to go, he needs to lock in, man. This is the one that most likely will decide the game.
Ooh, it's all about this far lane. He can send Arthur into the bottom lane again, but that's still a gamble because you're gonna have to rely on an SOD landing. They're keeping that minion wave from being cleared out so that it can build up, so it takes longer for it to shove. Arthur deals with it. He's gonna go for another wave. Like he shows, like Dewa is gonna try to blitz it down. They have Lunox. Saeed and Hajid and the steal. Oh my. It's at half HP. The wave in the bottom lane is great for RQ, and that's why Dewa has to respect it. He's the one who gets sent to recall. No, they have to send Octa. Who do they send? They're hesitating. And the Lord's being held down by Joshua. They sent both. Can recall as well. Demon Kai's done it. They know something's up. Itoshi Kess with the Wrath of the Dragon. Now they go out to the Lord, but it's still gonna be safe. They didn't blitz it. Both teams hesitating. Here in the front, Demon Kai wins on the retribution, and now they try to disengage with the skirmish. Brilliant's out already, and RRQ has gotten the neutral objective.
Really well done. Very creative. They sent members down bot.
Whoa.
And now Dewa has to clear out these lanes. It's not going to end here, but is it just delaying the inevitable?
Why did both recall? That was the question.
Yeah, RRQ could have delayed the recalls. That would have been ended. The minions took half the crystal HP away. But now this is the same pick they went for. They want to go with a 5v5 with the Lord.
No, I meant, why did Kane and Octa recall both of them? Why
So lucky.
That's
So
true.
lucky.
Uh-oh. S2 holding on. They're dealing with the wave in the bottom lane by maybe. Kane up top, to win the wave. Arthur was sent up top there. Wrath of the Dragon now able to lock Joshua. It's a big pull onto Octa. With a crown ready. Octa still has the brilliance. He goes for the brilliance as well. Now he's going to damage coming down, but he can lock the turret down. PMI on the blaze and ready with the nature as well. Arthur goes into the base, and they'll send it right here. RRQ get a game win, a match win, 2-1 against Dewa United.